Okay, so FreightWaves came out with a pretty good article about the big rig trucking parking crisis. So here's kind of a summary of it. I'll lay it out for you. There's mounting concern about the lack of parking options for America's truck drivers. This crisis, it's a multifaceted of consequences. So from safety concerns to economic impacts, there's a breakdown of all the pressing issues and the potential solutions. Here's the problem. Truck drivers spend an average of 56 minutes a day searching for parking. This is going to be a common theme. I'm going to continuously talk about this because this is a big issue in the industry. Now, current regulations are on the rise and freight transportation have exacerbated the problem. There's only one parking spot for every 11 truckers, and truck parking isn't just about where they rest or where they eat. It's really the accommodations. They shower, they use restrooms securely, more importantly, at nighttime securely. This leads to truckers parking in unsafe locations, sometimes with tragic results. So who should solve this? When we think, who's going to solve this truck parking issue? Our truck drivers, our shippers, our truck stops? With the government, we're all aware of the issue. They call it Jason's Law. The tangible solutions are slow in coming, but entrepreneurs are attempting to address this problem. Some have created some apps that connect drivers with parking lots. Some use commercialized industry locations to subsidize some of the parking on their lots, just kind of like an Uber model for commercial parking, if you will. And others are buying development parking spaces specifically for truckers. That's going to happen in a couple years. Those aren't done yet. However, venture capitalists seem hesitant to invest due to the nature of these businesses being a little bit more real estate centric and tech centric. Investor money has just flocked to the tech space. So specifically with truck parking, with its required amenities and it's very expensive when you think about it. So currently the primary financial burden falls on the truckers, unfortunately. And as we all know, it's a rough median salary of $50K. Some argue that this cost should be borne by the trucking companies and the government due to the importance of the trucking industry in interstate commerce. But the industry's struggle about this is that trucking companies are operating off that razor thin margin and they face fierce competition. As you all know, more truckers are in the market and we haven't seen those MC numbers leave yet. So these rising rates to cover parking costs will alienate some customers and further complicate this issue. And there's safety implications as well. Poor parking conditions equal to more truckers parking on the roadways where they shouldn't be on shoulders and getting hit by truckers that are dozing off in the middle hours of night. Stressed and fatigued drivers will impact this issue until it is clean, until it's handled. Drivers, unfortunately, they'll be getting hit on the shoulder. That's the only place for them to park. That's the only place for them to be until there's other solutions. There's going to be some safety concerns that will just be inevitable. So to the community, have you ever thought about where truck drivers rest after long hours on the road? I know that drivers have, but for all the non-driving followers, have you thought about that? Because it is a huge issue. What do you think can be a viable solution in the trucking market crisis? And who do you think should bear the costs? Most importantly, it's not going to be the drivers. It shouldn't be the drivers. Who's going to invest in truck parking business venture when there's all these tech conglomerates that are just popping up out of nowhere? Let's raise the awareness on this issue and let's drive some conversations and some potential solutions. Leave your comments below. Let's circle up some issues and see what we can come up with. Also, stay safe out there.